next guest wants to help us all shine a little brighter this holiday season, and she's not talking about the lights on your tree or your holiday decor. Licensed clinical social worker Kristen Hodson is here with ways to make the light we have inside us shine. And we kind of have to pause and go, oh, that sounds nice. But really, we're kind of digging deep here and talking about putting forward the side of ourselves that we want everyone to see, that we want the world to know.
And the part of ourselves that we're like, do I have a light to share? Do I have that? And kind of identifying what that light is so that it can actually shine.
You say putting focus on that light, if you will, really can change your day-to-day hum.
It can, because oftentimes we just get into the groove of things. I know I talk about this, but we can, and we don't stop to go, what kind of light do I need today? Do I need an inspiring light, a calming light, a heart-changing light? There can be a lot of stress this time of year, and so when we start to identify kind of the light we need, then we can start seeking it out.
This first piece of advice fascinated me, and I can't wait to hear the idea behind it. I'm sure there's research too, but you say getting rid of artificial light in your life can actually boost it from the inside out.
So I heard this term light pollution, and I was like, yes, you go outside now and you can't see the stars, you can't see natural light because we're surrounded by all this artificial light. So we can get caught in the trap of being drawn to the light from our phone, the light from a TV, the light from the fridge, and we can just kind of numb out.
And it's a physical draw.
It's a physical draw. Like, think of how long you sit there and stare at your phone light and just scroll.
Don't ask me how long.
It doesn't nourish you, it doesn't do anything. It can kind of drain, and it can block and be light pollution to our own light.
Light pollution, so get rid of the light pollution.
Start to just notice all the artificial light you're surrounding yourself by.
Interesting, interesting. The next step you say is to harness the light that you do have, and you talk about, I think women in particular go through those burnout cycles where, you know, the question you pose, do I have any light to give? But recognizing what's there can help you know where to go.
Yeah, I love this because a wildfire is sparked by a simple spark. You don't need much for a wildfire, and sometimes I think we can compare ourselves to others and be like, oh, I'm not as bright as her, I'm not, what do I have to give? And really, if you start to look in and really embrace who you are in your light, then you can nurture that and let that be brighter from your own unique way.
I know someone might have the belief that I have nothing to give right now. I am running on low and my light is too bare, too minimal to share with anyone. But you say it's actually the opposite. By sharing your light, that light can grow.
Yes, that sometimes we can get into this comparative or this competitive place. And what I like is if I have my candle and I light your candle, it actually makes everything brighter. Light doesn't divide, it multiplies. And so when we are able to lift somebody else up, when we're able to get out of kind of the moms who work and moms don't, like the mommy wars, those who go to church and those who don't, instead of just helping lift everybody up, we are brighter, you are brighter. It's the abundance theory that there's room enough for all of us. I
know you work with a lot of women though who are struggling with that burnout. What's the fine line? Because I feel like sometimes in this day and age, we almost cut ourselves too much slack sometimes. We don't push ourselves enough to get out or dig ourselves out of whatever rut or whatever burnout cycle we're feeling. There's a balance there.
There really is a balance, and part of it also is discerning the opportunities. It's starting to, so you have, look at the moon. So we'll go back to the natural light. It goes in cycles. It's not always a full moon, and sometimes there's no moon, but it always comes back around. If we embrace our light cycles and realize we can't always be on, and then sometimes we're going to be off, and that's okay. And discerning the opportunities that I say yes to, discerning the opportunities I say no to will make it so we're not spread so thin, and then it actually gives us more energy to devote the time that we do want to give.
I like that moon analogy, the phases.
Yes.
Because there have been times when I felt low, I have nothing else to give, but when I do push myself and give, what you just described happens. That little flame kind of spreads and grows.
Yes, and so when we do push ourselves, it's that fine line you talk about. But it can just be something simple. Again, I really am a big proponent of you don't have to do the big things to make your light shine. You don't have to do the big thing. It could be one thing you do this holiday season that you're like, that is so authentic to me. That is so true to me. That makes me feel so good. Dropping off a card to my neighbor, that's the best I can do, and that is me.
Kristen is always sharing great insight and advice like this on your Facebook page, I know, but any other places we can go to find you?
So if you go to thehealinggroup.com, that's where you can get lots of it.
All right, thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
Good to see you.